Day 94, Old Ship Saloon. Old Ship Saloon literally was an old ship. It was the USS Arkansas that was marooned off of Alcatraz for many years. An enterprising San Franciscan literally dragged it to shore, cut a hole in the hull, and turned it into a building. So this was very common in early gold rush San Francisco. You have to keep in mind that the huge population boom of over 100,000 men over a 10-year time period. And when I say men, literally for the first 40,000, only 700 women. So if that doesn't paint the crazy picture that was early gold rush San Francisco, well, let me continue. So again, it started out as a ship. It's the oldest saloon in San Francisco. I know there's one in the Mission that also has that likes to claim that. So it's between this one and I think Lexington Bar in the Mission is one of, between those two is the oldest one in San Francisco. But obviously the ship is no longer there. Like, it's been how many years and the building has been reinforced how many, maybe not so obvious, but I do know that the site has served as, it's been a brothel, it's been a boarding house, and now it's, you know, a very successful bar where you can get food. I don't know if there's a term for that. I really like Old Ship Saloon because not only because they're the second stop on my bar crawl, not only because I actually really like the staff. I think that they are very respectful. They take care of my people well. The space itself is just really, really cool. But one of the original proprietors of Old Ship Saloon, I don't want to get his name wrong, it is said that he trafficked thousands of men out of that location, which was another huge industry in early gold rush San Francisco. So if you're familiar with it, or if you've ever heard a term called Shanghaiing, like, it's pretty racist. You don't just say that, but that actually comes from this trafficking that would take place in early gold rush San Francisco. Very common. The prostitutes were in on it. Trapdoors would be laid out, and again, there was a lot of money in this. Either they would have their drink spiked, they'd be hit over the head, whatever. They'd wake up and they'd be on a ship. And again, you have to keep in mind, there was nobody looking for these men, right? These were runaways, these were second sons, these were lots of criminals, a lot of people running from the law. So it was actually the perfect population of people, just like the Summer of Love, I might add, perfect population of people for a captain to get a crew, or whatever else they were trafficking for. And mind you, this is just the human trafficking of men that I'm talking about, specifically Shanghaiing in this video related to Old Ship Saloon. Bear in mind, many tour guides and historians try to minimize this, and my research has shown that it was a huge industry in early gold rush San Francisco. So last but certainly not least, I maybe should have began with this, but Old Ship Saloon is on the outskirts of Jackson Square. The best way I can describe it is that it's kind of in the same, like, Levi's Plaza, not far from the Ferry Building, Embarcadero neighborhood, that little spot, downtown, outskirts of FiDi. Anyway, Old Ship Saloon. Definitely check it out. Last recommendation. I don't know this because I don't drink, but I have heard, and I've had many of my guests confirm, that the Pisco Punch in Old Ship Saloon is particularly amazing and delicious. I've heard it's the best Pisco Punch in all of San Francisco. So go check out Old Ship Saloon and let me know.